So I got tired of the redefinition and the narrative change of hip hop. And then there was the murder of Pop Smoke. And regardless of like what the young man was spitting, regardless of the young cats going around there and they on the edges, what is the Bobby Shmurda, you know, and then he goes to jail, and then the dude that signs him, it's like, well, you know, I just wanted to use him for the bounce that he brought to the table, and then all the, you know, extension like and all that stuff. Yeah, you know, and it's like, yo, man, it's like, where's the grown pants or the ones that's minding the store? You would never see this out like a sports. They're the same age as NBA players, but there's coaches, there's agents, there's all kinds of people administratively that say, you know what, we let them do their thing, but we gotta let them know that this is something that provides them an income, provides them a life that's taken care of beforehand so they can fit into it. So you never see, you rarely see a ball player get out of whack. They used to maybe 25 years ago, and they said, we got to also communicate with these young people, tell them what it is, and really, you know, kind of nurture that and build it. And this is what's going to keep fans coming back even more for generations. And then there's going to be some sign, it's going to be interlocking between, you know, people transitioning after ball playing into the business and all that. NBA does it well. The murder of Pop Smoke, man, to see that, it was like the flashback to Nipsey Hussle last year. Like, I have my rap station networks. We have 10 station channels.
You've been doing it for years, and focus on international hip hop is very wonderful.
And we play music. We don't kind of deal with the dirt about it. We like, look, man, we don't try to boost people's music because they go in the studio, come out, we're the place that they come. I've done it for 10 years, and really we're getting better. It's really a great thing to have. It's free. It doesn't cost anybody anything. But the narrative for hip hop at the higher end is like all of a sudden becomes this attention once rappers die. The dead rapper promotion thing.
Jadakiss, who's coming in later today, but dead rappers get better promotion.
Yo, man.
He'd be all right, though.
I was so pissed off, and you feel bad you feel especially bad because the young man was ambushed, home invasion, killed. But then this becomes the narrative that younger people look at and says, well, you know, he got famous, and we see all kinds of weird science happening with that. And the last year with Nipsey, we've been playing Nipsey Hussle's music for years. Matter of fact, Nipsey Hussle was going to tour with PE, but he was one of the acts that we had to choose to tour with us as we did a national run. And we just didn't choose him, but I knew about him, and we said, well, I'm like this. I said, well, I'll still try to figure out ways to boost your career. And then when he got murdered last year, for a ridiculous ass, heinous damn crime that we don't even know what. Once these guys murder somebody, we never get they disappear.
You rap about that in Sex and Violence with KRS-One. That's the first lyric about how we don't know. I wrote the lyric down too. Hold on.
Well, Daddy-O has a song called Powder Burns on my label. Daddy-O for Stetsasonic.
He said, once upon a time not long ago, a rapper got shot and no one knows who pulled the trigger on the kid and laid him in his grave. And after the prayers and the street parade, shit got forgot.
Yo, man, he kind of damn near predicted Biggie.
Right.
I mean, but the shit, they ain't never gonna forget Biggie because he's at such a height, but come on, man.
Right. Shout out to Daddy-O too, because he's redoing Self-Destruction right now.
Daddy-O is phenomenal, man.
Yeah, when you were on the original Self-Destruction.
And Daddy-O from Stetsasonic has a label imprint on my label called Old Dad Truth, man. The dude's done 5 albums in the last 2 years.
No doubt. Shout out to Daddy-O.
And he's got another one coming out. Shout out to Daddy-O.
But yeah,
so it got to be like, do rappers need to be killed to get noticed in hip hop? And this whole thing of bad news is the news, and making people like, okay, you know, often my daughter Dominique, who runs my company, she might say, Dad, that's not a good look. You know, she might say that's not a good look. And I'm like saying, you know, when the fuck does the good look get fucking acknowledged? Because the bad look got an elevator, man, and a rocket to it. And I'm just like saying, man, it's like, you know, like, it's got to air out its dysfunction to get people to like say, okay, there's a Talib who's one of the greatest of all time.
Oh, please.
And somebody could come out and be in an area of the swirl of dysfunction, and all of a sudden, it's not that just the people thing, but it's like the billboards, and they follow the story and they elevate the story, and they're in power positions. But they would never elevate the story. It's like
it's just the metrics of our business.
Because the radio stations took over the promotion of hip hop, and they threw it down a flight of stairs, man. Mm-hmm. So so hip hop is only about the bad look, and the bad news is something they throw on black people. So we might as well just be bad people, because the only news that come out of us is bad news, and that gets elevated. So we just some bad news motherfuckers, man. I got tired of that, man. And social media is like. I always say, like, social media, like, they're sock med when the masses get transformed into them asses. They just move the M over, man. Right. And I would say sucking their gadget, inhaling digital gases. So, that the whole Pavlov response of people at this point, I got ticked off on that. And then the Pop Smoke thing is like, now they're going to pay attention to this young man. It's tragic. But then all of a sudden, it rises up. And like you said, with Jadakiss coming in and talk about the marketing and promotion of dead rappers, use that as a portal to say we a bunch of dead people. We're at our best when we're all fucking dead. Now, that might be looking deep into the fucking soil, but that's how it comes out in the fucking wash all around the world, man.
What we done started, look at what we done started. This the people party. When opportunity knocking, then young nigga move that door. Whoa, get your foot stuck in it, call me young, go get it.